Sarájanée and Annacrizelda, and this is Everything and No Less, the podcast where your favorite long-distance besties talk about everything from women's sports to Marvel movies, things we love, hate, and everything in between. Thanks for listening.
This week, we're talking listener notes, gym etiquette that we are fans of, and some things we're not really fans of, reflections on geriatric bachelor, bachelorette parties, and this week in sports. Thanks for listening.
Hey, how you doing, friend?
Doing so good. So good.
We're back.
We are back. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks everyone for your patience. We know you missed us.
We know you did. You did.
Do you have any notes from our last episode or recent feedback? I have like a couple folks who have been like catching up and they have had comments, questions. What do you think? What are you thinking?
I just wanted to add some actual like hard scientific commentary on last week's episode when I was talking about putting my phone in grayscale. When I listened back, I sounded a little bit like a conspiracy theorist. I was like, there are things coming from my phone and I must stop it. But there is actual like science behind it, and I will link this in our episode description. So this is from a UC Davis article from 2022. So your phone emits blue light, which is on the visible light spectrum, the kind of light that has the shortest wavelength and the highest energy. And so you find blue light, it's most commonly found in like natural sunlight, but it's also produced by things that have like artificial light, right? Like LED screens, TVs, your phone, your tablet. And what it does is it boosts your alertness, it boosts your memory and your brain function, and it regulates your circadian rhythm. So like it's the thing that happens in your brain when you wake up and you see sunlight and you feel awake, right? But too much blue light coming from your phone, especially at night when you're laying in bed and like frying yourself with like your phone, that can stop the production of melatonin because your body produces melatonin naturally when it's time to sleep. And so putting your phone in black and white can reduce the amount of blue light that you receive over the course of the day, specifically towards the end of the day when your body's supposed to be winding down and like not have that much like blue light in your face. Okay.
Got you. So what I'm also hearing is that we have further evidence that work days need to be shorter,
yes,
especially as more folks are doing work involving screens.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Even if, whether you're at a computer or just, doing something else, like I think that there are very few roles that do not involve a screen at some point. And so what I'm hearing is that work days really need to wrap up at like 2 or 3 so people can separate, yes, and get their melatonin. I support that.
1,000%. And like, don't check your email at night. Okay, please don't do that.
I can't do it. You're not going to hear from me until the next day. I don't know. Yeah,
it's
don't know.
Yeah.
This also reminds me. Can I make a plug for no big lights ever? Like I just feel like big lights are for emergency situations. Like the fluorescent lights that are usually built into the house, they need to be used with, what's the word? Like discretion. I know someone. I'm not calling any names, but like they know who they are. Loves to come into a room and turn the big light on. Sometimes they also learn to leave that like big light on, which is just wild. But I just like, if you're turning the big light on and that is your entry into a space, you're signaling to me something is wrong. What is going on, right?
There's an emergency.
There is an emergency. Low lights, soft lights,
small lights only.
Small lights only.
Small lights only.
Like, or at least don't be alarmed when I'm like, are you okay? Because again, you're turning on the big light. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, do we need to evacuate? Like, we need to grab our things and go.
Yeah, and then I think that you're trying to fight me if you, like, turn a big light on and leave. Like, clearly, you have no regard for me.
It's the leaving the light on that bothers me.
What are you doing? Like, you not read the room. You came into the room with no big light. And you're going to leave, like, that's your legacy in this moment of this space, is the big light on. You came, you disrupted. Why would you want to do that? Again, not speaking of anyone specifically, but definitely someone specifically. If you know who you are and you feel the way, hit dogs will holler. Yeah. Any other thoughts on lights? Blue lights, big lights?
Just
All the
low
lights.
light, all the sunlight and then low light. That's all we
Yes,
need. That's all we
that
were
is
meant to have.
all. I agree. Like soft, smooth things. Let in more ease in your life. Um, I received a couple of requests for us to talk about some things, including what I consider to be either a false allegation or a misunderstanding about behaviors that we might display to like intentionally annoy our partners, and like maybe we would talk about that. And I said that's not a real thing. And so I think we're going to not talk about that, but offer gratitude for the suggestion. But we did also receive a request to talk about White Lotus, the season finale. I don't think you watched it.
No, but
And
I
I
would
think,
love to hear.
well, I think that's for the best. And so my comment was going to be like, no, we're not going to talk about it a lot because it does not deserve a lot of reflection and talk. What can I say? I don't think TV shows need to be 90 minutes. If you are going to release a season finale that's a feature film, you've done something wrong. Like, you better really make us earn it. 50, 65 minutes, that's topping out, and it better be top tier, like the Severance finale. And my other thoughts about White Lotus, it's like really beautiful on the outside, right? Like aesthetically pleasing, beautifully shot, but just not a lot of substance. And, you know, maybe there's room for mediocrity. We all got to have those moments, but those are my White Lotus thoughts. I'm not going to recommend you or anybody else watch it because I don't think you need to. Yeah, and I hope that fulfills that request. Yeah, I think that's it. There's like white mess in it, but it's like too much white mess. It's like too slow, you know? Mm-hmm. Not mine. As an expert in the genre of white mess, like it just doesn't get what we need to. Those are my White Lotus thoughts.
I love it. I love it. I think life's too short for mid television.
Or,
Unless
like,
it's on purpose.
Exactly. It's got to be on purpose. Like, don't make me wait until the end of the week, like late on a Sunday night, and then give me a mediocre episode. Like, if you're going to do that, roll it all at once so I can like slow binge or binge it and just be in it and get over it. This White Lotus did make me want to re-examine, though, my tendency to just finish things. As you know, I'm a hate watcher, hate reader, hate listener. Like, if I'm into it, I'm just going to finish it. It did make me realize, like, actually, I might need to let that go. Like, if I'm not enjoying a piece of entertainment, I'm at a stage now where I can, like, remove myself. We'll see what happens.
I love that. I love that. You know, I am a big 90 Day Fiancé fan. I watch every iteration of it. It's really terrible. I do not recommend it. But the line that I will not cross, I actually hate the reunions on it. Like, I think that they are so, like, they try to do this, like, Real Housewives-esque reunion where it's like the show already has so little substance as it is. So to recap it and rehash things, it doesn't bring me as much joy. So I don't watch the reunion episodes, but I will watch everything else.
I like that idea, like having a boundary with a show. Also, for 90 Day Fiancé, how does a reunion work? Like, because the cast isn't interacting with each other, right? Like, it's just...
They are. They offer commentary upon other people's relationships.
Oh, no, that's ridiculous.
It's so messy. They're like, you know what you should have done? It's like, wow, that's really crazy. From someone who is equally as, like, a hot mess or more than they are.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. Aiden and I just started watching Love on the Spectrum, very early in it, but a fan so far. So
Okay,
anybody's looking for something new, Love on the Spectrum is a fun, cute, like really sweet, endearing watch right now. Yeah.
Nice.
Those are our listener notes, initial recommendations, thoughts. We'll have more. Buckle up.
We'll have more. Keep sending them to us.
Leave them in the comments.
Leave
I
them
want
in
more
the
comments. I love comments. What else you got? What are you thinking about today? Is there anything, or not just today, but is there anything you've been like thinking about, been stuck on?
I've been thinking a lot about gym etiquette. I always think a lot about this, but I think because my husband's been away, so I have been at the gym by myself for the past couple days. So I'm just watching people and thinking about what they're doing right and wrong. And I think that we should offer a bit of positive reinforcement for the things that we're seeing that we love that people do.
I love that because, I don't know, it must have been earlier this week or late last week. I had almost stopped me in my tracks, not really stopped me in my tracks, but mentally, my mental tracks, because my brain is always moving fast. I went to get a wipe because I'm the person that wipes down my equipment before and after the before piece because too many people don't. we'll get to that in a moment. But as I went by the wipes, there was someone using the like seated bikes, and there was just like an aroma of like fresh linen scent. And I was like, how often do you get like a blast of a positive, like nice odor in the gym? So rarely. Whoever you are, whoever this person is, shout out to you. That was very pleasant. And I think fresh linen scent should be normalized and welcome in the gym. I don't know how we make it happen, but I love that. It was a
I
really
love
nice
it.
moment. I was like, oh, this is so pleasant. Usually in the gym, I'm like kind of getting the ick by different things. So to have the opposite experience was very nice.
I
Very,
agree
very
with
nice.
that. I actually witnessed like this woman, she was like walking through the women's locker room, and I saw this other woman stop her, and she was like, "You smell so good." She was like, "Oh, thank you." And then the woman walked by me, and she really did smell so good. I was like, "Wow, thank you so much
Right, right.
for
I'm
putting
like usually
this."
thinking about like what it, and obviously it's not always in someone's control, but like usually they're just like really strong body odors in the gym, right? And I'm just like pleased when there's the absence of those. But that was like, oh, what would it look like to have like actual good odors, like things that smell well? Good scents is the word I'm looking for. In like the gym workout space. Like that would be very nice. Is there a gym that does that? I think that would be very motivational for me.
It would.
Like finish a set and you get like a waft of fresh linen or clean rain. I'm
Yeah.
good.
They
I'm not
should
gonna
pump like aroma into the
Yeah.
gym, you
So like,
know?
or something that's like good, like some ginseng, things that are good
Yeah,
for you.
something
Not overwhelming, but
calming.
calming. Yeah, lavender. Well, I guess that might put us to sleep. But yeah,
Well,
let's find that.
I feel like hotels, maybe not hotel gyms, but like hotel lobbies will sometimes like pump scent in. I feel like gyms should do that.
I agree. I completely agree. I completely agree. What are other things you love or want to see in the gym?
I will say at my personal gym, there is a very strong culture of re-racking weights. Like there's like a huge free weight rack, and it's always like perfectly like people will. I'm sure there are like psychological reasons for this. Like if you see like a fully re-racked weight rack, you know it's like the norm there to re-rack the weights. So people at my gym are really good at re-racking the free weights. Not as good as like unloading like the barbells and stuff, but like the free weights are always like perfectly racked and they're in the right order. It's beautiful.
We do not have that at my gym. No, like the 5 pound will be over by like the 75, and you're like, that doesn't even look right. How are we gonna? Somebody that wants a 5 pound weight has to like wade their way through this 75 pound to try to get to their weight. We are not setting people up for success. Yes, more re-racking
More
at my gym.
re-racking.
I love that. What is something my gym does well? How about I would like to request that people take, like if you, like a phone call outside, if you know that like maybe you can't keep your voice low or you're going to be in a really energetic conversation, maybe you just take that outside. Step outside for a quick moment. I just don't think I should be able to hear you through my noise canceling headphones. Like I don't know, I don't want to know what you and Jimmy got going on, what your plans are. Okay? I don't want to hear it.
It always shocks me the things people are doing while they're on the phone. That is what shocks me. Like I saw a man and he didn't even have headphones in, okay? He had the phone old school to his ear, okay, which is very rare to see in this day and age anyway, to his ear. And he's on the turf and he's doing walking lunges on the telephone. I'm like, who are you speaking to? That you are breathing this heavy.
I was gonna say, what is the breath control like?
Like, come on. He was, I mean, like, I won't comment upon the quality of the walking lunges, but I'm sure you can imagine at that level of multitasking, it wasn't high.
Right.
Okay.
Something has to go. Something has to
Balance was low, mind muscle connection, 0, just telephone call. I'm like, what are you doing? I also see people on the phone on like a heavy leg press, and I'm like, why? Like if someone called me on the phone and was like, hold on, let me just do this set, I would be like,
call me
please
back.
never call me again. You've lost phone privileges. It's done. It's done.
For some reason, that reminded me something that I do really appreciate and value in gym cohabitators is when they don't pick, like if they don't choose the machine right next to you. If there are others that are available, like it drives me crazy. In my gym, there's like 6 treadmills. It's small. If I'm on the one on the left side and there are 4 other options, do not come to the one immediately next to me. Go down, right? Like obviously as it fills in, that might not always be available, like an option, but I really appreciate when someone respects like spatial boundaries, or we have that moment like, okay, we're both in here, we got to do our thing, but we're gonna make sure we have breathing room. That's really nice. Like, because I don't know what are you doing? If you come and stand on the machine right next to me, do you have a special connection with that machine? Are you trying to set up a competition? Are you trying to make a friend? And I'm just generally probably not into that in that moment. And so I'm like, do not talk to me. Do not create too much connection. Like, boundaries while we are in the gym are really, really important, right? Like, let's just do our thing.
1000%. Like,
and
please.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going. What else you got? What other gym etiquette do you love or do you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that as well, especially like on like the benches. Like if there's like a bench further down that's available and you let me have my space when it's possible, I really appreciate that. I also appreciate when people like leave me alone. Like it's horrifying to me. There is like a big culture at my gym where people like talk to each other. It's a big, and like, I don't know, maybe at some point in life I will be ready for that or want that, but that is not where I am currently. I'm like, leave me alone, let me do my thing. And yeah, I mean, I feel like this past week I've had to like, I'm like, I need to make my face as like unapproachable as possible. You know, because I mean, like, you know, I love to see people forming friendships and having fun and having their gym friends, right? But it's just, I'm not going to be a part of it.
You wish them well, but you want them to leave you out of it.
Literally, I wish you well, but leave me alone. Like, leave me be. I love it for you, but please leave me alone.
Do not disturb.
I
don't know what I would give off. Yes, do not disturb. I don't know what I would give off that would make you think that I just want to like be approached.
Yeah.
I probably do not. If it's an emergency, let's chat. I had someone once ask if I like could help them, and I was like, I really am not trying to be funny. I don't know. Like, I don't want to tell you the wrong tip, right? Like, whatever I know or believe, I probably have looked into and tried to find out, but I'm certainly not certified. And then this person was eventually like, oh yeah, I just asked for help because I don't like to set up my own equipment. And I was like, I can't. I thought you were like really in need. I'm out here like trying to lead with humility, you know, not sure, but maybe this is what I do if you want to try that. And then you're like, oh yeah, I just don't like to do it myself.
That's really wild. What is that?
People are unwell. That's what it is. It's unwell. I mean, I guess asked and answered, right? You don't get what you don't ask for, but
that's true.
I was like, no, never again. Do not approach me.
True.
That was my social gym point for the year, so hope nobody else needs anything. I cannot offer it.
You're at your limit.
That also reminds me, like, I'm really excited for spring, summer because I do love an outdoor walk, and so when it's like warm and comfortable, I'm looking forward to getting back into long walks. I have a lot of admiration for people who can do that in the winter. I cannot. I don't want my cheeks to be cold. You know, walking has to serve a purpose. That's usually getting from point A to point B, running an errand. And so I'm ready for more sunshine and warmth for sure.
I'm ready for you to have that. I love that for you.
The girls will dream. The girls will dream.
Come on, Chicago. Get it together.
We're rooting for you. It's giving a lot of drama recently. It's giving a lot of drama last week.
Yeah, it's spring in Austin is actually like so beautiful. Like
I can believe that.
Like the trees are in bloom. It's like such a cool, not cool. It's like in the like upper 70s, but it's like nice, comfortable. And I just like, I'm trying to soak up every second of it before I get burned off the face of the earth.
This is true.
By this summer that is approaching.
This is true. Gotta enjoy it while you can. Anything else? Gym, weather, before we keep rolling? Also, shout out to your cup.
Shout out to my cup.
Love that.
My inspiration every day. Little Sarájanée. Look at her. So innocent.
My Little League. What's up? I don't know if that still exists, but I hope so.
It's just crazy to me that we were drinking crazy things out of this cup in Tulum.
Who is we? Who is we?
I believe you were the one pouring, honestly. I'm just saying.
You know, they say the best response for a false allegation is sometimes it's just when something is outrageous, you just don't even give it energy.
I would be drinking from the glass that I got from my friend's bachelor party, but it is a shot glass, and I feel like that is not an appropriate podcast beverage receptacle. Wow. Let's get into it. So
I just want to point out that you were like, I kind of wish I had my shot glass right now. And again, we'll let that speak for itself.
Thematically, not for the beverages that were consumed from it.
Okay.
But I recently went to a bachelor party in Vegas. Good old Vegas for one of my oldest friends. Yeah, I'm like, I won't say his name, even though 4 people listen to our podcast and he's one of them. So shout out to you. You know who you are.
Boy.
You know, it was so funny. Like, I was like thinking about it, and I met him. Are you ready for this number? I met him 17 years ago. We started
wild.
college 17 years ago. I mean,
That's really wild. That's almost like an adult human. Like
an adult.
like
There are adult humans who are.
you know?
So, yeah, let that sink in. But one of the things I really appreciated about that bachelor party is that, so I've known him for 17 years. That was actually the shortest amount of time that someone had known him at the bachelor party.
Well, there's a lot of history then.
So much history, and I like, I love a no new friends moment. I'm like, yes. I like knew everybody there except for his like cousin who I met, who's cool. But yeah, it was great. Like, I just think that like one element of like bachelorette parties that is like sometimes can be something you have to work through is like not knowing everybody, you know? So I love to not have to meet new people. That's like my favorite
that's so
thing.
real.
You know?
You can kind of anticipate what the dynamics will be because I think even when you're the person that's like bringing, like you're the connective tissue, for lack of a better word, you don't necessarily know how people will get along, right? Like you hope that it'll be cool, but like you also don't want to be responsible or just like have everything that centered on you. And so I'm glad to hear that it was like really good vibes.
It was good vibes. It was good
Very
vibes the
nice.
whole time, actually. And I was worried because, listen, we are not young spring chickens. We were not young
No.
spring chickens, if you
No.
can't tell by the 17 years since we started college calculation. Listen, I kept calling us a geriatric bachelor party.
I think that's brilliant.
But, like, it was just funny because, like, we did all the things that you would do in Vegas at, like, a non-geriatric bachelor party. We, like, went to the club. We went to the buffet. It was just, like, some things were so funny because I was like, oh, yes, like, this is actually great. Like, after we did the buffet, someone was like, can we take a walk to digest?
Okay. I was going to say, did you take any naps or walks, though, like in between activities?
We-
Did you have a buffer?
I was like, yeah, like, let's walk. Like, and it was, listen, that walk saved my life.
I believe it.
It was so necessary. So that was beautiful. And then when we got to our table at the club, it was like right by the bathrooms. They're like, oh my God, we're so close to the
Perfect.
bath. This is beautiful. I was like, yeah, this is old people activity right here. Like, this is great.
So exciting. So much forethought.
We were like, oh, stunning. Yeah, one of our mixers at the club, ginger ale, of course.
Oh, brilliant.
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 At some point I just had a little cup of ginger ale. I was like, this is beautiful. This
Just
is
need a little, yeah.
geriatric bachelor party activity. But,
It comes down to like knowing self, anticipating needs, and being like, I don't have to take chances about how this will go. I
No.
can build in some supports that will make sure my experience is like better, smoother, safer, excuse me. So,
I will say I have been fighting off a week-long hangover. So there is the geriatric part of it.
the
Not well.
memories are staying with you longer.
The memories are
That's all.
staying.
You're just carrying them.
It's beautiful. It was a beautiful time. So shout out to my friend the Bachelor.
You know
Whoever
who
you are, you know who you are.
The other listeners also know who they are. That's wonderful.
I would also like to shout out my friend Sarah, who for some reason I feel more comfortable saying her name because we've already talked about her on the pod. But shout out to Sarah, who was also on the bachelor party, who we took a group picture where I like hated the way I looked in. So the backstory is that the groom requested that we all wear basketball jerseys to this one event.
Fall is life.
Fall is life, okay? And I borrowed from one of my good friends an all-star Michael Jordan jersey, okay? I borrowed it from him. I brought it with me. I packed it. I folded it. I brought it to the pool. And when I put it on for the picture, it went to my knees. This was the biggest article of clothing I have ever put on my body. Okay, and
You had a jersey dress.
it was listen, but like without the like the sexy flirtatiousness that comes with a jersey dress. Okay, I can't crop it. I can't like cinch it. Like it's just I look like a child who has like stumbled in to their father's closet. Like it was so bad. You can see it in the picture. And I told Sarah, I was like, please, please do not post me in this. And so when she posted the picture on Instagram, she like put a little clip art image over it so no one could see me in the jersey. And that's friendship.
That is real friend behavior.
Top tier friend behavior.
I agree. I agree. Also, shout out to Sarah. I feel like her Photoshop and editing skills are generally great,
So good.
well applied. So, shout out to Sarah for that for sure.
Shout out to you, girl. We know.
Also, if you think that Annacrizelda should post in public the full picture
Wow.
of her in the Michael Jordan jersey,
That's
give a little
crazy.
love, send a little word of encouragement. I support this. Maybe we can get it on the Everything and No Less page.
No, that's so crazy. I literally tried to like hide. I was like, I don't want to be in this picture. They're like, Anna, you have to be in the picture. I was like, but I don't want to.
Okay, what if we get to 10 listeners, 10 subscribers?
Okay,
A
we're at
dozen?
13. So,
Okay,
just
okay.
10 from this episode?
I don't know. Well, we gotta up it. What if we
Okay.
get to like 2 dozen?
That's a
2
lot.
dozen listeners. Will you post the? Okay, what if it's 23 since it's Jordan jersey?
Okay,
If we get
23.
to 23 listeners or subscribers, will you post the picture of you in the Jordan jersey?
I will consider it.
Okay. Any other travel highlights? You see anything good in the airport? Like positive
God.
behaviors you want to shout out, or was it all?
People are
opposite?
hurt as hell in the Vegas airport.
I can believe that.
They are hurt. Like, it's so, like, if you're traveling back, so I travel back on Sunday, which I think that's a big travel back day. People are down bad. Like, I was eating at the Quiznos, which was my first mistake.
I haven't seen a Quiznos in a while. I will say.
Okay, right? I was like, oh, like, maybe I'll have Quiznos. Because they said it was new. I don't know if that's true. They said it was new. Well, first I tried to go to the lounge, but the lounge had like a wait list and people were like camped outside of it. And I was like, this is all bad. Everybody's so hurt. They just want a ginger ale.
That's it.
Can't get it. They can't get the free ginger ale from the lounge. But so I'm like, all right, let me just eat it. This Quiznos. And like everybody, I looked around me, everybody is like hunched.
Hanging on for life, dear life.
Hanging on for dear life. Like, we were all down bad. I only had like 3 bites of that Quiznos. It was disgusting. Do not eat at the Quiznos at the Vegas airport, everybody. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to do that, and don't eat pulled meat.
And don't eat pulled meat. Also that. I will say, like, I remember flying home for my bachelorette, and I was like in the same terminal. So I was like having the same feelings. I was like, I promised myself I would never feel this way again. Except the last time I was there, I went to California Pizza Kitchen. Okay, which is, you know, maybe a Quiznos level decision.
I'm like, no, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, go ahead.
I went to the California Pizza Kitchen and I had the barbecue chicken pizza for the first time in my life. And I was like, this is so good. Like, this is like the best thing I've ever eaten. And I like got home and I was like, Eric, have you heard of California Pizza Kitchen? He's like, what? I was like, it is this pizza place and it is divine. Okay. And so I was living in LA at the time, and we went to California Pizza, like an actual California Pizza Kitchen where they like cook it in a stove. And it was bad. I was like, was I just like hung over and like just desperate for food where I was like, this is the most delicious.
That like, I think there needs to be a review rating or setting that you can put that in, right? Like, I'm submitting this review under duress, right? Like,
Duress.
I'm either recovering or perhaps like I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten all day, so whatever I feel about this meal is great. Like, I went to the beach with some friends once. They had gotten there a day or two before, and they were like, oh, we have to go back to this dinner place. Like, it was so good. It was very much like mediocre mid. It was seafood, but everybody, when I look back, everybody was ordering like chicken tenders, fish, like things that are like very, very safe. And I remember thinking in the moment, oh, interesting. And then like halfway through the meal, the friends were like, oh, you know what? We had been like working out, surfing at the beach all day and hadn't had lunch, and maybe that's why it tasted so good. And so coming in under different circumstances, it's like, oh, okay, not quite the same. There needs to be some like caveats when you're for ratings and reviews. That would be very helpful built in.
1,000%. 1,000%. But yeah, that was my Vegas trip.
You did it. You did great.
Thank you.
Did a wonderful job.
I'm weary. I know. I texted my friend. I was like, that was so much fun, and I love you. But do not ask this of me again.
Never again.
I'm unable.
You can. You just need a little time.
I gotta dig deep. But
You gotta do it. You
maybe.
gotta bring out, your alter ego. Tap in.
She's retired.
Okay. Did
We'll
she have
see.
did she raise an oversized retirement jersey to the rafters?
Maybe.
Maybe
I
so.
know, right? We have to lift the jersey. It's like the Jordan jersey, and won't let anybody see me in. That's actually really funny.
I love that idea. Speaking of jerseys, sports, the NCAA tournament wrapped up. College basketball is over for now, although the transfer portal is probably going to keep a lot of us interested and tuned in. There's a lot of movement happening. But you finished your first bracket. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I was winning at one point. Did you see that?
I did. That was very exciting. Very, very exciting. Did you feel like find yourself feeling very close to your picks? Like, were you vested as you were watching games or watching results, or were you just like, meh, whatever happens?
No, I was very invested. Especially watching the final game. So good.
Yeah. Championship games. I just am always astounded because, the women's game was a bit of a blowout. The men's game was closer, obviously, but I'm like, these are 20-something-year-olds. I guess with COVID and different transfer deals, folks are increasingly closer to their mid-20s, but just handling with so much pressure, like every shot, every move is under a microscope. I don't think I would be built for it, right?
Yeah. Literally, the free throws that they have to make when the game it's to tie the game or whatever.
I would need a timeout. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go
I would leave.
do some deep breathing.
This is it.
I would be signaling someone, pull the fire alarm, get me out of here, please help. Inclined to just fall out. And people are like, is she okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine, but just act like I'm not. Get me out of here.
It's like, yeah. You're like, take me out on the stretcher.
So much pressure. And then when they're interviewing coaches and players in the middle of the game, much like in the gym, do not talk to me right now.
Don't talk to me. My adrenaline is here.
I cannot give you a recap. I cannot give you insights. I'm hanging on. So props to elite athletes for doing that. Props to you. You finished 4th in our tournament challenge. I think I was 3rd. Shout out to me.
Wait, Eric beat you?
Yes.
And your mom?
Yes.
Wow.
Eric did hold her down. But where I beat Eric? On the men's side. Shout out to the University of Houston.
Shout out.
Gave us a day. Got rid of Duke. Shout out. Love that. We didn't have to hear any more Duke-isms in the championship, although Cooper Flagg is a really outstanding player. I just was not into it, and y'all heard me say on the last episode, never Duke. I don't believe that's good for the people. I don't believe that's good for the world. And so them losing, getting knocked out in the Final Four, and in that fashion was just really incredible. Really, really gritty work from Houston, even though they let me down a little bit in the championship. They did what needed to be done.
They did
what needed to be done. I have a question for you. Transfer portal, it's a whole new day in college basketball. I kind of love it for the players. We'll see how it plays out long term, though, but just the ability to be like, hey, you know what, this school, this team might need to mix it up. It's not working for me. I'm going to check it out, a lot more agency. I wondered if you were looking back in time, college or grad school, if you were to would to have transferred, where do you think you would have gone, or what were you looking what might you have been looking for?
Yeah, when I was applying to college many years ago, I really wanted to go to California.
Oh.
I think also because it was I feel like the college experience, especially in Virginia, is very white unless you go to certain universities. I feel like VCU is actually pretty diverse, but especially where we went, that is a PWI rooted in white history. Like, is there a whiter school?
I don't know. I mean, I think there are some like on par, but like in terms of elite whiteness, it is
Yeah, I
right
mean,
there.
when Thomas Jefferson is your founding father, I just feel like it's not, the
Hmm.
vibe is, it's not what it could be,
Or
which
it
is,
would take a lot of intentionality to like shift the vibes, and I don't think even
yeah.
still that people want to shift the vibes.
Like, I think it's really important that people like you and me went there and like did what we did and were in the spaces we were in. That's very important. Having said that, I do think that looking back, like maybe I would have like transferred to somewhere that was more diverse and
Hmm.
that there wasn't snow because that was an element of being in Charlottesville that I did not enjoy.
No, that's real. I think while we were there was like the first time the university had closed due to snow, right? In like either 15 or 20 years or something. I remember that snow day. We got to get Camille on the pod. We had a fun snow day in my apartment. Talk about those stories. But yes, very ill equipped for snow. I think they've closed a couple times since then, but nobody knew what to do back then. It was like, what does Charlottesville do when there's 8 inches of snow? Shut down. Which maybe when I think about it is also how snow should be, right? I live in a
Yeah,
city now where that is not the case, and I think snow is a sign to settle down. Slow
a
down,
thousand
take a
percent.
nap. Like, we're not meant to work through the snow.
Right.
We're not.
Like in when I was in school in grad school in New Haven, like they did not shut down for snow ever.
I'm like, why?
Like people in New England and like probably the Midwest are like, yeah, it's fine. Like,
It is.
excuse
It's like,
me?
let's go. This is nothing. And I'm like, it could be, though. It doesn't have to be nothing. It doesn't.
It
We don't have
doesn't.
anything to prove. No, thank you. But yeah, I think like you, I probably would have wanted a more diverse experience. I was really interested in Howard when I was applying for schools, and like just didn't work out for a lot of reasons. And now we know that there were some things happening in Howard's financial aid office at the time, and so that like caused some delays. But shout out to Howard and Hampton because I have some cousins that go there too. But I think like I probably would have looked into or transferred to maybe an HBCU, definitely somewhere like more diverse though. I think I also was really interested in like urban colleges too. I don't know that that would have worked out for me. Maybe I would have been like, oh no, big city. I am semi-urban at best, right? Like I am not a city girl. I'm actually not at all. But I think that's what I would have like probably looked for.
I feel like that's like so I feel like that can be so hard, right? Especially like colleges that are in like places like New York City or LA because I feel like the wealth disparity, I mean, it exists at all colleges, right? But I feel like especially like in a city it becomes really apparent because of like you having to live in a certain dorm or like live in a certain way or get a job. It becomes really really obvious, you know?
Oh, absolutely, I think so. And how you engage with campus
Yeah.
life, then just your overall collegiate experience isn't necessarily. Well, I think it could just be like super different than some of your like peers in your immediate vicinity or at your like your same year, your same school, not even just across institutions. So very interesting. Someone should
Very
study it.
interesting.
Someone should study it. We would have went and got more melanin. I love that for us.
Yeah, that was like the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, more diverse.
More diverse. Love that. If you had an NIL deal, I don't know. We were not elite athletes in college, to be clear, but let's pretend that for some reason somebody wanted to sign us, maybe for our extracurricular involvements. What would your NIL deal have been?
Listen, I was not rocking brands at all in college. Let me tell you what I was wearing. I was wearing Wet Seal and Forever
Oh,
21.
hmm,
Can you imagine an NIL deal with
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 wet
Wet Seal?
seal. Like, what would the ad have been? I can't even imagine. That's great.
Like I loved wearing those little scarves. You know what
Yes,
I'm talking
you
about? Like
did.
the like little like the not for warmth, but the
Yeah.
like pattern.
Insert
And
picture here. Yes.
I actually definitely have a picture of that, but like I loved their like, oh my god, I had this blue pleather jacket that was heinous, heinous. Like I wish pictures of me in it didn't exist, but it was from Wet Seal, and I thought I was so cool.
Hmm.
You know,
I love that. I think mine probably would have been like Bodos. I can't even lie. I would have tried to get a Bodos NIL, and I think they would have been like, sure, go out. be a great brand ambassador for us.
That is so funny. Bodos is so good.
I would love that. I would love that. And like an awkward ad, I'm just like, my morning Bodos run. I love a cinnamon raisin bagel with honey pecan. Then if I'm circling back or I'm popping in at lunch, I need chicken salad on everything bagel.
I mean, oh, the chicken salad was so good.
So good.
So good.
You know, they like eventually there was an expose that it wasn't always chicken. Because like there was like a bird flu, they like sometimes would use turkey, and so now if you go to Bodos, it's like they put a star like
could be turkey.
Could be turkey or is
okay.
turkey. Or
I thought you were gonna say it was like something weird. I was like, no.
No. I think it just had like long been a rumor or a debate. And people were like, no way, Bodos would not like lie about that. And there was like an employee who was like, y'all calling this chicken salad? It's actually turkey. Mm-hmm. And so from there, they eventually came out, and I don't think I heard anything. I was like, well, it's good, so it's fine, you know. But shout out to Bodos.
Shout out to Bodos.
Is there an NIL deal that like would have been on the table for you that in hindsight you're like, oh no, I was a part of that. Maybe I was influenced that you wouldn't have wanted for like, or a product. What am I trying to say? Yeah, like I had a pair of boat shoes one semester at UVA.
I remember that. You wore them so cute though.
Yes, but
they were so cute when you wore them.
I did not. I would not like. I do not claim that. I feel like that would have been a brand deal.
Yeah, I get
product of the environment, but no.
I get
Take
it.
Away.
But you looked so cute in those, though. I remember that because I remember seeing you in them being like, should I get boat shoes? Those look so good on her. But I didn't.
I don't know why or how, but I did it. It had a time. It's fine. It's product of my collegiate environment, but that would have been probably a deal that in hindsight I would have been like, delete all of the evidence. Remove it. That is not who I am. It was an experimental phase. We do not want it.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Maybe not us. I think other big brands, NIL brands, would have been like Pandora before Spotify. Some folks would have had Pandora music brand. Like music deal.
I definitely would have had a Pandora music deal. But this is the thing, okay? Because I was talking to somebody about this. When we were all listening to Pandora, you know, because Pandora would like introduce you to music that was like kind of like the music you were listening to. And that's how I like found new artists, right? But now I've just been listening to the same 25 songs for like 10 years.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, because if Spotify is like new artists, I'm like, no. Ugh.
Yeah, new music Friday? No, girl. Old music forever. Like, forever. Like, not a single new song. Right. Like, it's like on Spotify, you know how they do like the daily mixes? Mine are all the same.
Always.
It's just a shuffle of the same songs. And I'm like, I don't know the only new artists I know are like the mega popular ones that everybody knows now, right? Like Chapel Rowan.
Yeah,
right?
I know my Spotify must get so excited when I introduce a new song to the rotation. They're like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter, please, 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 we got new material, yes.
Over and over again.
Finally, she brought something new in.
Exactly. So I will say, I feel like Pandora, you know, it had its utility.
It definitely did. What else would have had? Blackberries might have had like a little bit of a moment. Do you remember the Blackberry phone?
God.
Like our first act of college? They would have had a short-lived, maybe NIL era. Listen, that would have been funny.
I had an ex who used to got a Blackberry in like the last year of college. And when I tell you that he acted better than everybody because he had a Blackberry.
That's what it was. It was like you were busy in the Blackberry chat.
You were like emailing people on your Blackberry. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. I had a Blackberry one like for a little bit too, but no. But definitely, I don't remember feeling like I was better than people, but definitely like I needed to be doing things that were Blackberry worthy, right? Actually, did I even have my email set up? Like, could I even figure that out?
Are you just like texting people with your full keyboard? No more T9, okay?
No more T9. Or Blackberry chat or whatever they called it. That's so funny.
Oh my God. Like, people with Blackberries were so OD in college. Like, so funny.
What were you doing?
What were you possibly doing?
Emailing your professors, about to set up like a dinner or a party, stop it.
Stop.
Please stop it. What else? Can
Honestly,
you think of
if
anything else?
um,
What
let
else
me
is a
think.
brand?
Oh my God. I mean, I think everybody had those freaking water bottles where you had to bite the straw to drink out of.
Oh, I don't
The
even remember the brand.
Camelbacks.
Yes, that would have definitely been like influencer culture, big NIL
Mm-hmm.
deal. In
Mm-hmm.
between classes, biting my bottle,
But
biting my
like, come
straw.
on. You can't, I don't even want to see the studies talking about the bacteria that comes from having to like bite a silicone, like,
Mm-mm.
not even like a, I don't even know, but
Right.
I
Things
don't
we left
know.
behind. So
It's
glad.
crazy to think that like there are like influencers in college
Mm-hmm.
now. Like that's like a
Mm-hmm.
big part of it. Like I
From
was
dorm room
talking to,
decorations. Sorry, go ahead. But yeah, dorm room
yeah,
decorations to backpack, like everything that can be
everything.
influenced.
Everything. Like I was talking to one of my friend's little sisters who I think she just graduated UVA, which
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel old. But she was
Right.
talking about how so she was in the like weightlifting club, which I love that they have that there now, but
That's so
she's
cool.
in the weightlifting club and she was talking about how like in the gyms, like in the AFC there are like
Mm-hmm.
fitness influencers, which is like crazy to think
It is.
about,
It is.
you know?
Right. It's just, I mean, I guess it's, a way to earn income, build your influence. There's a need for it. Every demographic can have an influencer, but it's so hard to wrap my head around. I just,
So
I mean,
hard.
I taught college classes and I'm sure some of my students were doing influencing, but I'm so grateful for whatever Norm let them know, like, do not bring that in my class. Like, if you were in my class taking okay, this is my note taking system, be quiet. I cannot. We have 50 minutes and we have things to talk about. We have things to
So
do.
many things.
So
Oh,
I
I have
can't
one
deal.
more. NIL deal. I would want the AFC smoothie bar to sponsor me.
Oh, yes. Why were their
Best
smoothies
one.
always so good?
Why? So
Always so
good.
good.
All
Oh
my
my
dining
goodness.
dollars to the AFC
Straight to the
smoothies.
right, would blow through them like, oh no, I need more. Oh my goodness. Great smoothie appreciation there. That reminds me of the like one time we went to the gym together in college. That gym experience, Anna would love fitness Anna right now.
Oh my god. She's
What
come
did you
so far.
so far? Did you do like the elliptical or something?
Oh my god.
Do you
This
remember?
story is so embarrassing. Like literally, you were like, let's go work out. And I kept saying no until finally I was like, yeah, okay, like let's go. We go in, okay, all the girls are there with their little camelbacks and their
Mhm.
like little outfits.
Mhm.
We like go on the elliptical and I'm not trying to be like whack. So I'm like not saying I like don't know what an elliptical is. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what it does. That's fine. I'm like I see girls on it. I'm like this is self-explanatory. Was not. Literally got on, okay? And it's like it was like a scene from a movie. And I get on and I'm like going and I realize like it's beeping at me whatever and I'm like that's probably normal. And like I realize like I can't I'm like I'm ready to stop because I am like, not in great shape. And I'm like looking on the panel and I'm like where is the big red stop button? Like a character from a movie and I'm like okay, I don't see why I'm just going to start pressing buttons. Of course when you start pressing buttons it's like starts going faster. And I'm like, I can't like turn to you and be like, I'm stuck on the elliptical. Get out. Get out. Because you're just like, you're literally like, you're like working out. Like, you're so like calm and like cute.
In
And I'm
my
like, oh
own
my
world,
God.
has no idea what's going on.
I am spiraling. I'm like, I'm going to die here. They're going to have to call the ambulance. Finally, because, an elliptical, for those of you who don't know, if you slow down naturally, it will slow down with you. And I slowed down because I thought I was approaching death, that death was coming for me as it comes for us all. And eventually it stops and I like get off and I'm like heaving. I like can't, I'm so dead. And you're like, what's wrong? What happened? I was like, I'm stuck on the elliptical.
You're
Never
like,
going
I
to the
have to
gym.
go. I have to go.
I'm not even supposed to be here. I was supposed to get a smoothie and leave.
Do
Okay.
you want to sit down for a minute? Like, why don't you just catch your breath? You're like, I have to go. I have to go.
The trauma. I can't. To this day, I won't get on an elliptical. Like, I won't get on it. I won't do it.
Harrowing experiences. That's very fair.
It was.
Very, very fair. All right, those are our NIL deals. We need NIL deals right now for this podcast.
For this
we don't need
podcast.
them. I just want them. I'm just putting another plug out there for Canada Dry.
Canada Dry. Did you not see our short?
Where are you?
Where are you, girl?
How did Canada Dry help you this week, Anna? Has it helped you?
It has, because let me tell you, I was drinking ginger ale in the club, and I thought of you.
Love that.
And
yes.
I was like, I don't know if it was Canada Dry,
We're
but
gonna
I
say
think
it was.
I think it was, even though they poured it in like the fancy bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
That's
Just
beautiful.
lovely.
Canada Dry gave Annacrizelda the strength to finish the night, kept the pieces intact. I had a bunch of meetings earlier this week. And like halfway through them, I was just like, I'm just gonna get a little baby ginger ale. I need something. It was an energy booster, helped me settle and stay calm. Like, it's fine. You're gonna get through these meetings, and then you're gonna go lay down. And that's what I did.
Oh, beautiful.
Canada Dry ginger ale, keeping us together, one day at a time,
Together.
one sip at a time. That's our ad. Boom. Let's
Boom.
make the deal official. Canada Dry. Call us. Okay, great.
Call us.
Wonderful. I think that was everything.
It's everything.
Right?
It's episode 6. Can you believe it?
I cannot. I'm so excited.
Shout out to us.
Shout out to us. And shout out to you all for listening.
Thank you for listening.
We appreciate us. You. Don't take that part out. We do appreciate us, though.